between the county and Complete Healthcare Resources has been signed for the purchase of Cedar Haven. We're continuing to progress toward that. We fully anticipate closing being on time September 30th. There's some training going on down there as we speak by CHR. You know, everything's moving along in that regard. So there's no reason at this point to believe that there wouldn't be. I had a call. We have a weekly call. Jay Wenger and some of the CHR staff, myself and Marcia, have a weekly call Tuesdays. And Jay asked the question point blank Tuesday, do they anticipate or can they see anything at this point that would prevent a closing on September 30th, and they do not. So we dealt with some little things about, for example, at midnight on September 30th, all employees will have to clock out, but then, you know, be clocked back in for their, if they started at 11, they'll have to clock out at 12 as county employees, clock back in immediately then as CHR employees, because that's the sort of the moment of turnover. So there's some things like that. They have their IT folks there getting things like that squared away. As you heard yesterday, we're working on the providing another electrical service to the prison. The storage tanks for the oil and the fuel have been removed, and then we're still awaiting the final letter from DEP, but we expect that to come in. Their license is pending with the Department of Health, but they've spoken with them on a regular basis. CHR has spoken to the Department of Health, and they fully expect that to be here by closing. And anything else I'm missing? I mean, bottom line is everything's moving along. So
yeah, there's some paperwork that needs to be done here over the next month, but otherwise everything is on track.
Right.
Their counsel did just ask that we take an official motion here. They just for their kind of preferences that we are adopting and accepting the document we've already assigned as the asset purchase agreement. So if you would just entertain a motion.
I was going to say, since you predated it, you're not allowed to predate checks. Well, you can predate a contract?
Well, we're saying, I'm entirely comfortable that we had pre-approval already. The board has already approved the preparation and the execution of the document, and then you just subsequently signed it. Their counsel is just asking, and I think just to be overly thorough here, that we just reaffirm the asset purchase agreement as executed.
That was my understanding of what was to happen from the beginning, that there was one more vote. I was just surprised it was signed last Wednesday.
Well, June 19th, you took a motion. There was a motion made that you approve the execution of the agreement pending any legal changes on the part of counsel for both sides. So that's where I think Dave's saying that he's comfortable that it was done. However, CHR counsel's just asking for, I guess, another on the record.
Yeah, frankly, I'm just doing this because they asked and to make them happy. I don't see any reason otherwise. I think if we attempted to breach this agreement at this point, they would say we have an executed document, and
yes,
they would try to say we're in breach of it. So this is just them, I say frankly, being your attorneys extra thorough, as has been our experience throughout with them. But
is there a motion?
I'll move to accept the agreement.
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Motion carries.